Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curated by Becta's Meal Kit number 114 for August 18th to the 20th. Thanks for ordering this week, and thanks for letting us be a part of a special celebration at home. We have a fabulous menu for you tonight, very meat heavy, some of my favorites. It's going to take a little longer to finish than normal, but I promise it's going to be worth it. The first thing I want to do is start on the main course because the short rib needs quite a bit of cooking time or finishing time. It's already been cooked for 72 hours, if you can believe that, done sous vide at a super low temperature, so make it super tender. So you want to, first of all, get your pan to preheat your pan to high heat. And you want to do 2 tablespoons of neutral oil, grapeseed or canola oil is best, in the pan. And while that's heating up, we're going to season it with salt and pepper on both sides. 2 sides, because really you could say there's 6 sides to this. Get nice and seasoned on there. Wash my hands. Get some tongs out to be able to do that. While the pan is heating up, I'm also going to go ahead and season my zucchini with salt and pepper and olive oil. We use olive oil at the lower temperatures, not for searing. And I can use these tongs, toss it around, and you can use your box so you don't have to get other things dirty. And that's going to go on a baking sheet. And we're going to put that in the oven in just a couple minutes, but I want to get the beef started first. So baking sheet with parchment paper. I used to never use parchment paper before I started doing these curated videos, and it really makes the cleanup so much easier. So that's why we do it. Okay, I bet our pan is starting to smoke, so I can go ahead. Ooh, that was hot. That was the first time I've done that in a long time. So don't drop the beef in, make it gentle so that you don't burn your hands like I just did. Okay, so while that's happening, we're going to do it for 30 to 45 seconds per side. You want to get a nice crust on it, and then we're going to bake in the oven for 12 minutes, and then we're going to rest it for 5 minutes, so about 18 minutes in total. And then the zucchini. Hey, Google, set a timer for 15 minutes.
All right, 15 minutes.
I screwed that up already. Hey, Google, cancel timer.
Sure, I canceled it.
Hey, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes. Starting now.
Because we want to roast the zucchini for 10 minutes, and then we're going to flip it over for another 5 minutes. 15 minutes in total. I was just jumping ahead. In the meantime, let's have some wine to put out the heat of my pan, which got a little burn there. That is looking nice. Really nice crust going on. So the olive oil, I don't need any more. Let's see what's going to go on next. Oh yeah, so I want to get my other cast iron pan. So you want 2 oven safe pans because the appetizer is also hot and is also going to require some searing. So now that I've got a nice crust on this, we've got 12 minutes going in. Hey Google, set another timer for 12 minutes.
Starting now.
And now we can do the same, but in this case, just 1 tablespoon of neutral oil per person. We want to get it medium hot for the pork belly. And then this pan is going to be for my pork belly appetizer garnishes. I want to get my polenta going on medium low, and that's going to just be stirred every once in a while. And then I've got the jus on the back, and that is just I'm going to warm that up right near the end. So yeah, the first wine, the appetizer wine, is a rosé from Stratus Vineyards in Niagara, and it's a blend of all of their different things that they use. So Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Malbec, Merlot, Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon, and Riesling. Usually we prefer a Saignée rosé, which is bleeding juice off of red grapes, but in this is actually a mix of white and red, and it's delicious. I love these guys. Stratus, I love everything that they make. Okay, so pork belly. So we're going to do fat side down. Let me make sure. So we're going to season it with salt and pepper. Put it in there, and that's going to render out nicely. And when I said fat side down, that would make it stand up. We want to do, you want to have the maximum amount of surface area, so the long side, to be able to render out some of the fat. So there we go. Now the pork belly has already been smoked and cured, so you're not dealing with raw pork anymore, so the bacteria is not there, so don't worry about, like I put it on the cutting board, for instance. So that is going to be 2 minutes per side, and then bake in the other, bake in the oven for another 5 minutes. And I only seasoned one side because that side was going down. So let's do the salt and pepper on the other side. There we go. And then make sure I'm reading this properly. So I think, yeah, we're only searing it for 2 minutes, and then we're going to bake in the oven for 5 minutes, and then we're going to turn it over and render the rest of it. So you're only really searing the one side, which is great. And then the appetizer stuff goes very fast. It's like 3 minutes, and then, 3 minutes in total for the garnish. So I'm going to do what I did last week and splice this video together as soon as the pork is going in the oven, and then I'm going to come back and show you what else we're doing. Okay. Now, hopefully, you guys are going to cook your appetizer first and then wait, enjoy, and then cook your main course next. I'm just trying to keep the video short, so that's why I'm doing everything kind of at once. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over now that it is seared. Now in the oven for 5 minutes. Hey Google, set a timer for 5 minutes.
Set a timer for 5 minutes. Starting now.
Now I have never had 3 timers going on before, so that is a new one for me. Anyway, so again, I hope you guys are doing appetizer first, then the main course. There's not much to be going on right now until everything needs to come out of the oven and toss. So I'm going to splice the video right now, and we'll come back and pick it up. And we're back. Thanks for your patience while I just waited so that you didn't have to watch me. I'm going to go ahead and get started on our appetizer garnish now. So we want to go medium-high heat on a non-stick pan. 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter per person going in the pan. And then as soon as that melts, we're going to throw our Swiss chard in there, and then shortly thereafter our white bean and fennel mixture. Don't forget to stir the polenta. Hey Google, off. So that is my 12-minute timer for our short ribs, which has now been seared, looking beautiful. So we want to rest these guys. I would just roll them around in the oil on all the sides to give them some nice heat and a nice little last sear. And a little bit of fattiness. I'm not going to set another timer. I'll just kind of know when it's ready to go. In the meantime, while I was pausing the video, I turned my pork belly over after 5 minutes in the oven, and I turned the zucchini over after 10 minutes in the oven. Both need another 5 minutes. Okay, butter is melted, Swiss chard going in. Don't forget to season that with salt and pepper when we get to that stage, after we put the white bean mixture in. So it's just going to be about 90 seconds. Going to make my wife happy by using some tongs that are non-stick tongs. And that will, as soon as it starts to wilt, that's when you're going to throw your white bean and fennel mixture in, somewhere between 60 and 90 seconds. And my beef jus right here is going on. It's going to be very gelatin-like when you pull it out of the container, and that's the wonderful marrow bones. that gives it that gelatinous quality. And again, we're going to give the polenta a stir. Hey, Google, off. Okay, so that is my pork belly appetizer. And the zucchini's just got a couple more minutes with the main course. So the pork belly I can take out, and I'm just going to leave it in the pan to warm and render a little bit more. Okay, Swiss chard is doing well. Starting to wilt. So then our white bean and fennel mixture, salad, as Chef calls it, goes in there. And we can give that a stir. And now is a good time to season it with salt and pepper before I forget. Okay, we can do a couple other things. Hey Google, off. Okay, I'm going to turn my oven off. And the zucchini is ready. So I'm going to bring that out and set it down right there. In the meantime, we've got about 2 minutes on this. So let's get the dessert all set up. So lemon ricotta cake. Show you over here. And we're going to top with the candy lemon and pistachio. Let's do the pistachios first. And if some are sort of stuck together, let's make sure to spread them apart. And the candy lemon, which make it so pretty and give it a little bit of acidity to the dish. So there we are, our ricotta lemon cake with the candied lemon and pistachio. All right. This guy's looking good. This guy's looking good. I think we are ready to plate at this point. Oh yeah, so the muamara needs to go down first. This is a beautiful Middle Eastern red pepper spread. Now make sure to spread it out all over the plate in a nice circle so that you can see it underneath all of your other stuff. And I forgot to tell you about the red wine tonight. It is a big monster. It's from Corbière in the south of France, in the Languedoc, and it is a meaty monster. Very big, but delicious, vibrant, and great with beef short ribs, which have a ton of flavor. Okay, muamara is down. Now we can put the white bean, fennel, and Swiss chard mixture. This is a generous appetizer. There's a lot of food here. Make sure I'm giving my sauce a little stir. I'm going to take this off, and time for the pork belly. And that's going to go right on top. Now we get our pork from Perth Pork, so nice local pork supplier, and they use the heritage breeds there, and they are fantastic. And it's always good to do a little seasoning on top of that. Lovely. And I'm going to just clean up the plate. Little paper towel. There we go. Our muamara with the white bean, fennel salad, and sauteed Swiss chard, and confit smoked pork belly. All right, now time for the main course. Let's get the show on the road. First thing we're going to do is put the polenta down. If you have been Stirring it as you're supposed to, then it shouldn't be sticking to the bottom of the pot. This is a lot of polenta. You do not have to use it all. I'm going to leave a little in the pot because as soon as the videos are done, if you haven't watched these before, my wife comes and breaks one of the plates down into 2 portions for her and my son. Okay, so next up for the plating, then the zucchini, and then the teardrop peppers. So I'm going to put the zucchini in a bit of a line. Please get creative on how you do it. And the zucchini is coming from Rito Pines Farm, one of our favorite suppliers that we've been using for almost 20 years now. The teardrop peppers are not cooked. There's going to be a little juice in there, so just be careful because they are pickled. You don't need to put the juice in. And it gives it that really nice crispest color of green and red with the zucchini. All right. And then our short rib, which is looking fabulous. And then finally, our jus. Keep that all in there. Get a spoon. I'm going to put this just because we're going to take pictures on the side, but please feel free to put some right on top. And what I forgot to do was season the beef at the end. Turn that off. A little bit of salt and pepper at the end. It's never a bad thing. All right, which one? I think we're going here. Our 72-hour slow braised beef short rib with the pickled teardrop peppers, roasted zucchini, polenta, and jus. I hope you love your meal, and I'm really grateful that you ordered this week. And please reach out to us if there's anything special you need, because we just love trying to accommodate and share our hospitality with people. Enjoy, and I hope we get to cook and curate for you again really soon. Cheers.